Hey, welcome to the channel. I guarantee you, everyone has made this compounding mistake, especially when you first start investing in an ROI DApp, so return on investment DApp within DeFi that promises to pay you a certain percentage every single day, just like the Drip Network pays you 1% per day for 18 plus months and counting. I'm going to show you the most common mistake people make when calculating compound interest for Drip. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Cryptonite from Drip to Wealth, and on this channel, our highest priority is to educate you on cryptocurrency and to share our experience while we make money in DeFi. Now back to the most common mistake people make when calculating compound interest for Drip. And the best way to understand that is to show you. So let's head over to a compound calculator. The one that I use is compounddaily.org. And it's got some of the same inputs and variables as all the other compound calculators. So we'll go through them. So you've got your initial purchase amount, daily interest rate percent, length of terms in days, a daily reinvest rate, whether or not you want to include the weekends, and a start date. So typically when someone's being introduced to Drip, the conversation kind of goes like this. Hey, how much money are you earning per year in your savings account? And most people would say, I don't know, whatever it is, it's pretty low. It's probably 1% or less. It's actually less than 1%. But I've got this protocol that pays you 1% every single day. And you know what's going to happen? That person is not going to believe you. So what you do is you say, fine, I know it sounds too good to be true, but let's just pull up a compound calculator and I'll show you the math. Let's assume that the initial investment is $1,000. The interest rate for today's savings account is less than 1%, but we're going to use 1%. But 1% is an annualized number. So we'll need to pull up a calculator and divide that by 365 days. So our daily interest rate is 0.002739. We will round that up. So let's copy that. We'll paste that here. And we'll round that up to a 4. All right. And the length of terms in days, we're going to do a 4 years. So we'll make that 365 days. We're going to go ahead and reinvest it 100%, right? Because it's a savings account. It's not money that we're planning to use for today or to cover living expenses. So the goal typically is long-term. So we're going to keep it in there for 365 days and we're going to reinvest 100% of it. And because we're going to reinvest 100% of it for 365 days, yep, let's include the weekend. So that's a yes. Let's start today. Then we hit calculate. Once you do that, you get your summary. Your summary says you started with an investment of $1,000 on November 25th, 2022. Your principal amount grew to $1,010.95 by November 25th, 2023. Total cash out, we kept it all in there, so that's a big fat 0. Your total net profit for 365 days is $10.95. So when most people see this, they are disgusted and think about a better way to optimize their money. So then you're like, oh my God, I've got something to show you. So you come up here and you make one change. Your daily interest rate percent is 1%. So we change that to a 1 and we keep everything else the same. The initial investment is $1,000 for 365 days. We're going to reinvest 100% of it. And yes, let's include the weekend. And then we hit calculate. And my goodness, do the numbers change? You started with an investment of $1,000. Your principal amount grew to $37,783.55. Again, we took no cash out. Your total net profit for 365 days is $36,783.55. Right on. Killing it. But did you see the common mistake? I'll do it for you again. 0.00274. Calculate. Our principal grew to $1,010.95. Our net profit, $10.95. We go back up, update, right? Because the daily interest rate is 1%. That's what Drip pays. And we hit calculate. So we show a principal grew to $37,783.55. So our net profit is $36,783.55. Did you see the most common mistake people make when they calculate compound interest for Drip? Did you see it? The most common error is right here. The initial purchase amount. People typically leave in the investment amount. In this case is $1,000. The correct math is to figure out how much the $1,000 buys you in Drip tokens. So we need to head over to the faucet, click on swap. The current price of Drip is $1.79. So we go to our calculator, clear this out, 1,000 divided by 1.79 equals 559 Drip rounded up. So we head back to the compound calculator and we change the $1,000 investment amount and put in the 559 Drip tokens. Then we hit calculate. Big difference, right? So you started with 559 Drip tokens. Your Drip tokens grew to 21,121.51 Drip tokens a year from now. That is the most common mistake most people make. You should be thinking about Drip tokens when you explain it to friends, family, and other future investors. Why? Because the Drip token value varies over time. The price isn't fixed. What is fixed is the number of Drip tokens you get paid every day, and that is 1% of your balance. That's the smart contract. That's the guarantee. The guarantee is not the dollar amount. There's variability in the dollar amount. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay. Look, scale this list right here. There's one thing that's missing, and it is major, and it has massive implications on Drip and the calculation, but it's not on this screen as a variable because that variable is assumed. What variable is missing in this compound calculator? Leave it in the comments with your wallet address. And if you get it right, I'm going to select one random winner and pay them 5 Drip tokens. All right. So if you like content like this, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. In the meantime, I wish you peace and prosperity. Until then, take care. We out.